Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. So, with Death Tides coming out, wanted to talk about ship builds for PvP. And this one here is another one I'm excited about. This is my Barque build. We're going to go into it. This is a dedicated healer. It does have some effects to help you and your team out, so you're going to really like this. Now, when it comes to a Barque, any type of a healing weapon or a healing effect that you get, this is really going to amplify in on that. So we're going to discuss this build here just a little bit in depth. Now, when it comes to weapons, Unbeatable, the White Jade. Now, I have these ascended twice. I've not decided on that third perk that I want to use yet. So this will still be getting a few tweaks as we go, guys. But White Jades, you may be wondering, where do I get some of these weapons and some of these furnitures that you showcase on these builds? Well, understand, you're going to have to go into the codex because a lot of these we opened up in in year one through the first 4 seasons of this game. And while we are now into year 2 of season 5, or technically it's season 1 of year 2, a lot of this stuff has changed where you're going to get it. But mostly you're going to find it at Blackwood. You're going to find it at Yanita, Nara, anywhere in the black market areas. But you can go to that in-game codex. So the White Jade, great weapon. It is designed as a repair multiple ships, meaning when you fire on a friendly ship, the ships within a certain radius of it is going to help repair them 75 of the original repaired amount. So however much you're repairing the first ship from, 75% of that is going to transfer over to the nearest ships. You get that repair 2, greater restoration of whole health. Now, remember, this is also healing that severe damage. If you're not sure what severe damage is, that is that red line that doesn't heal. This is what's going to heal that these weapons are. So, Insulator Basic. It also reduces the target's buildup of the Stormstruck status effect by 9.4%. If people are using that Stormstruck weapon a lot, which a lot of folks will with Divine Wind coming out, this is going to help to actually keep your fleet alive without having to worry about them targeting up and it spreading around, because this is going to spread around. The insulator effect spreads to all the ships in the vicinity that you're shooting at your friends, guys. Then, of course, Stellar Respite. Hits have a 7% chance of repairing a target for 253% of the amount, which is fantastic. One shot can heal completely a almost sunk ship, and then the added bonus is going to multiply across those other ships as well. So, like I say, still playing around with some of these perks on there. Now, on that auxiliary port, I am using Little Grace 3. It has that repair 2 on there. It has rapid reload, reduced the reload time by 8.7. It's got that restorative advance, 19.6% of repair amount restores severe damage. And it also has the Providence perk, which is 24.3% of the amounts repaired by this weapon are going to be repaired to your ship. Now, that is a great thing to do in PvP when you have your team floating around. You're healing them, and we're going to be able to put out 2 buoys, and we're going to show you how to do that. And that's double the healing coming into your ship. Now, on the rear, we went ahead and had the Hong Yi Pao on here. This is an Imperial gun. It has 5,053 damage. As provoking hits on a target, cause the buildup of taunted status effect. Again, that's going to remove some of the damage that they're sending your way in PvP. It has the Explosive 2, adds 20% of damage, explosive damage in a 35 meter blast radius as well. We've added shock to it, 8.8% damage is electric shock. We've added that amplified electric, and we added second storm to this thing, doing fantastic damage while also hitting that provoke perk on there for taunted. So pretty nice stuff. Now, this is where it's going to make and break your ship. Now, with the healing ship on here, every piece of healing equipment you have on there, you're naturally going to get a buff because it is a Barque healer class. So I went ahead with the armor and put the Ouroboros armor on there. I know a lot of people don't like Ouroboros. It is actually a great armor for this ship because you're going to get those extra status effects on there. Then when it comes to our furniture, we have the buoy locker, increasing the maximum number of active buoys by 1. So it increases the maximum health of buoys by 25% as well, and reduces the reload time of the auxiliary buoy weapon by 7%. So that's going to be a really great thing to have on here. We're going to be able to kick out 2 buoys. We're going to be increasing the health of those buoys by 25%, and we're reducing the reload time of those buoys by an additional 7%. If you remember what we were using already, we've reduced that on our Little Grace 3. Then dynamic ballast control reduces incoming secondary damage for every 100 meters to attacker. Capped at 40%. Beyond reduce incoming piercing charge from enemy ships by 8%. I put this on there just to reduce some of that damage coming in. Kind of had an open slot to play with, and I do think that the longer you keep your healer active and alive, the better off they're going to be. And this is one of those ships with the weapons that are set on there. You're not going to have to get right in the heat of battle, so you're going to have some distance to you between you and the other enemy. So this is going to be a pretty nice effect to have on there. Then the decoy deck. This is going to, for every target that has received the taunted status, remember running that taunted on the back, says it increases the incoming repair amount by 5% up to a maximum of 20%, and it increased the charge rate of taunted status effect on enemy targets by 7%. So great thing to have on this this particular ship with the build that we're using here. Then a machinist table. This is the repair. This is not the one for the mine buoys. This is for the repair, guys. Don't get them mixed up. Increase the area of operation radius of a repair buoy by 25%, which is actually a pretty large area now. And then increases the repair amount of repair buoys by 25%. So we're increasing the size of the area and the amount of repairs yet again that's coming out to your friends, which then increases the repairs coming into you as well. Then the buoy powder house. This is increasing the area of operation radius of a buoy by 10% again. So that's another nice piece to have on there. Then the storage compartment. I went ahead and put this on. It's going to increase the weight limit by 10%, just in case you're carrying some stuff. That was actually not intended to be on this ship. Let me look here, and we're going to change that out real quick to our, where are you at here? Secret cache. This is going to increase the turning speed and your acceleration, so you can get in and get out pretty quick. All right, so when it comes to cosmetics, it's going to totally be up to you guys, whatever you decide you want to run. But that is my build for the healer Barque. Like I said, we're still working on those, fine-tuning in that white jade, but already they do a fantastic job. So that's something I'm just looking at some perks. I want to see what's happening in our PvP, what kind of damage we're receiving, so I can actually mix it up a little bit. I will probably change each weapon slightly, depending on what side of the ship you're fighting from, so we're prepared for all areas is kind of what I'm looking at with this. But again, I want to see what's actually being kicked out in PvP so we can better prepare. Hope you've enjoyed the video.